Well, we climbed up here, found a somewhat of a flat spot, kicked it out, got the shelter up, and just in time we had that weather system finally push in, which we were kind of looking forward to and hoping for. And we're looking at the snow line. It's just above us. I don't know, how far up is it there, Cal? 1,500 feet?
Yeah, 1,500 probably.
Something like that. We're seeing does. We have not laid eyes on one buck yet, though. Not one buck.
No male type deer.
No bucks yet. So.
And it's been raining for...
It rained all night.
14 hours straight. Hasn't stopped.
It teased us like it was going to stop right when it was daybreak, but it's back. So, I don't know. Looks like forecast says it's going to clear up today, maybe, get colder. It's kind of what we need. I don't know. So far this hunt has been about as slow as it gets, but I feel like we're in the right spot. We just need a little bit more weather up top, and we need a buck to show up in our drainage.
We've got all the pieces of the pie.
Yeah.
We're up here about, we can see as high as it goes. Put good glass on it. The girls are here. Just got to push it to the end.
We're in the spot, man. We're in the spot. We just nothing else we can do.
Got a pile of wood.
My expectations were we were going to claw up into this hard to get to spot, and we were going to lay eyes on a giant buck right out of the gates, chasing does. Probably 3 or 4 of those situations.
But this is one of those spots that's kind of off the main migration corridor, I'd say. It's a spot that you're probably not going to see as many deer or bucks, but your chance at an upper age class deer is substantially better than being where everybody else is going to hunt them.
And that's kind of what's keeping us here. I mean, we're definitely not seeing numbers. We got 21 does in our draw here. And the dates that we're here, they should be getting sniffy. We got a pretty good layer of snow up above us, so I feel like any time we're going to throw our glass up and pick up something. But yeah, definitely is not an area where we're going to see numbers of bucks. It's hoping for that old, mature, crusty.
Definitely lower deer density country, but I like hunting that better anyways.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be frustrated looking at a bunch of little bucks.
Mm-hmm.
At least we got the feeling that a deer that shows up here is probably going to be a deer we want to hunt. So
yeah, and where we're at, if he does show up, we got a dang good shot of getting him. There's really no way that we can't
within, I'd say, 60 minutes anywhere, we could be within gun range on him and make him a good shot.
So when we planned out this area, figured out this spot, in the beginning even, figured what we'd do is slow play it, just kind of barely get into it, not push through it too fast, just make sure we see everything, not blow anything out. And we had the intentions of climbing to the top, which is about another 2,000 plus feet from here. But when we got here and we're seeing all these does, we're going to end up climbing to the top a couple thousand feet looking down where the does are, and we're probably going to see the buck, and we're going to have to climb back down and kill the buck. If we didn't have a great vantage where we're at right now, we'd probably do that, but we can see most of what we need to see right here. So we kind of hunkered down here instead of climbing to the top, but we might end up on that top anyway. I kind of hope we do. But
yeah, we started from the trailhead, essentially just climbing, and we spent up to this point, a couple days at every elevation level. You know, where we started is probably where those deer are going to be in 30 days from now. And then as we climb, we noted the vegetation changes, the terrain changes, and you just keep moving up until you find where they're at. And they're damn near, I think, where they summer right now.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. Yep, kind of looking at the top of the hill right now on that snow line. I think we're in a great spot. I just think it's being patient, which is usually what it comes down to, trying to find those old, mature ones. So we got a wall of fog up canyon where we should be laying our eyes right now, but it's just socked in, so it's kind of off and on raining a little bit, but I am just cooking up a nice hot batch of Lono Life bone broth with some sea salt, of course. We're just waiting this fog out. We need it to lift. We got so many does up ahead of us that we're hoping that one of them bucks just kind of rolls into this drainage and settles into those does. But we can't see anything without this, or with this fog. It's thick. So we're just hanging out. We're jumping for joy here because we just spotted our first buck. 2 bucks came in, actually. The does we've been watching. Whenever the fog lifts, we can see these 6-7 does. And the fog just pulled up, and there was a buck standing with them. Looks like a decent 4-point. It's hard to tell. We're trying to get a better look at him. And then a smaller 2x3 or forky or something. But yes, that's our first deer, first buck that we've seen this whole trip. And we're on, day 5? So we got to figure out if we want to go up there and blow up this canyon and shoot him or wait for another buck. We're going to let Cal decide if he's a shooter.
Stiff-legged walking, just showing up this other buck.
He's got a dark gray coat on him.
He, literally, it looks like a doe and a fawn, his body size compared to that other buck. A nice deer.
Yeah, looks like a dark, horned, heavy buck. He's all stiff-legged. That's cool.
His body looks awesome. I think his mass is going to grow on you when you get up there. It's nice. It's tall. It's heavy. 4x4. It's a nice deer. It's what we've been hiking, living in the suck for 5 or 6 days now for. So,
well, we got a pretty good look at him before the fog rolled back in, and he's not a giant buck, but he's pretty heavy. He's mature. He's got good mass, and he's just stiff-legged. He just looks cool. But the question is, do we go up there and shoot this buck and blow up our little doe fest we got going up there? Potentially ruin it for more bucks, or do we wait? So that's what we got to decide. We could wake up in the morning, there could be 3 or 4 more, so. But the fog rolled in, so we can't even look at him right now. They're getting closer.
Yeah, they were all content just feeding and then wrapped around the backside.
This is what we wanted, boys.
Yes.
We got no excuses now. It's just, we got the snow, we got the weather. We got the does.
What's the status of this baby?
we went to bed. It was just pissing rain like crazy, and we were hoping that the snow line was going to drop, and it did. Sometime middle of the night it got colder down here and got a nice blanket of wet snow. But up where we were looking at that buck last night, pretty good amount of snow. And there, Cal just picked up that buck. He's standing in basically the same spot where we left him last night with a group of does. So he's probably going to be there a while. We just got to decide if we're going to go blow up this basin and shoot him, or wait for Gigantor to come in and go shoot him. But this is perfect conditions. This is what we wanted and what we were hoping for. So I think it's going to be a good day. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff. Hopefully a new buck.
Well, the buck from last night hasn't moved 10 yards. But his girlfriends are spread all over the mountain, so gotta check them all one by one. So that's what we're gonna do.
Well, we got another buck. Different buck altogether. He came down through the swale out of the fog, and he's above the buck we've been watching. He's got looks like much better frame to him. Maybe an older buck. But we're sizing him up right now. So there's like a couple, 3 little tinies, and then our nice kind of compact buck. That compact buck does have brow tines, by the way.
Yeah.
I think he's got 3 of them.
Yep. I think so too.
And he's got a little split off his left side too. He's cool. But this buck looks like a much better frame. Let me see who takes this.
Who's the big dog?
Yeah.
You're wondering which buck is the king?
Mm-hmm.
What's your prediction?
I think this upper buck,
The new one?
the new wide buck, is
The boss?
probably top dog. Yep. He's a good frame on him. Gosh dang.
Oh, fight.
Yeah.
I want to see him.
He's a majestic
Brawl.
looking buck.
He's got a nice frame.
Yeah. When you see him square up, you're like, oh gosh, that's a good buck.
They're only 2,000 yards away, Ryan.
Yeah, my bino's good.
That other one, he's got like 4 does. The other one's got like 3 or 4 does. Kind of went into the red brush there, the lower one.
I really want to see this other group of does right here and what's with them.
Yeah.
It's got to be the crabby 4 from last night. It's got them maybe?
Yeah.
It's crazy. We get a little bit of snow, and you just get closer to the end of the month, and these bucks just materialize. We've been here like 6 days and hadn't seen one. 5 days.
So the new buck, he's got a little handful of does up there in this little cut. He's nice and boxy. We figure he's definitely out past his ears. He's 26-ish, maybe 27, we're thinking.
Wide.
Wide. And then he's pretty tall. He's got a really cool frame to him. So when he squares up and looks right at you, you're just like, oh, he looks like a giant. He's kind of crabbed out on his fronts, but oh well. He's got a great frame. That other one's definitely way heavier, the lower buck. He's just really compact. And then there's some real teeny tinies up there. They're forkies. They look like they should be spikes. I'm predicting the guy on the top, the new buck, is gonna run that other one out. I could be wrong. The other one is significantly heavier, but we'll have to see which one's got the better body on him. What do you say, Cal? Bottom or new buck?
The new buck. He's got a big fat belly.
Yeah. And by day's end, one of those bucks is going to walk right to us. Because one of them's going to get kicked out.
Might be the last thing he ever does, too.
Yeah.
Here they go.
Alright, well, his frame is so much bigger, but that compact buck ain't backing off, man.
He ain't.
Oh,
He's
wow.
storming right in.
Here it goes, boys.
Who's gonna be the winner? That fog setting in? Dang it.
The narrow buck is the aggressor.
He is. He's gaining the high ground, too. He's grabbing that doe.
Wide buck's pushing his does away from him.
Huh.
He's got the wide buck all frantic.
He does. The wide buck's just trying to.
He's
push
like
his ears.
looking back and forth, looking back and forth. That young buck's doing the pushing, though.
He's the aggressive.
Or the compact buck, I should say.
He has more mass. He looks like he could be older. Just not as good a frame.
Yeah, it's different.
I think he's gonna let him do it. I would have lost money on the Tyson fight. He's frantically going for the one last doe he's got.
He's taking them all?
The compact buck has pretty much cut him between all of his does. As the fog is setting in.
That compact buck is going to be our brow tines. We're going to end up shooting him, and we're going to be like, why didn't we just race up there and shoot him right out of the gates?
It's kind of what I'm thinking. He's deceptive, I think.
Yeah.
He's chasing him.
Right now,
Is he?
compact buck is chasing the wide buck. They're just walking, but he's right on his tail.
Is the wide one walking downhill?
That is the wide one going downhill back to the does.
Yeah. I'm losing him in the frame.
Me
It's
too.
Too much fog. Dude, look at that fog.
God.
Well, that was cool while it lasted.
They were gonna do it.
This is what makes it fun, dude.
The last 6 days of nothingness, and now every 20 minutes you look up, there's a new buck. And a wall of white.
It's working out like it should. But yeah, this fog is no bueno. I'm surprised though. You know, right now they're probably gonna square up when we can't see them and duke it out.
I don't know.
But that compact buck was doing the
push,
and he was harassing that big one. Might be that scenario. We gotta shoot both of them.
And then we still have 4 days.
Pow pow. One tag left.
Talk about.
I just got the feeling this fog isn't gonna set like it did yesterday. I hope. Black it. I do. Did you check the weather today yet?
No. Today was supposed to be.
We have made the decision to go try to fill some tags. So we got those 2 great bucks up there. We're gonna go see if we can't get a lot closer look first, and then try to hopefully take them both. kind of decided they're both worthy for sure. They're great bucks. That one, surprisingly, we're a mile away from those bucks right now, so we want to take a closer look at that compact buck because he won the war up there. He took the does, and that much wider, bigger frame buck is bedded on a ridge looking defeated, so maybe it's the compact buck we take first, but we're going to go get a closer look first and see what we see.
Day 7. Doing it live.
We've been here almost a week. Or we haven't been a week.
Whoa!
All right. Let's get a great buck.
Let's do it.
Or two. Or three.
Got a good route to the top there.
Yeah. Got a little plan here for how this is gonna go down.
Actually doesn't give us a little juke.
Juke scoop.
And he's still standing there. Those are in the bottom of the first. The scrub
That's a good sign.
valley on the right.
He's only going to get closer. That was a good shower. Hadn't had one for a week or so, so it was due. Never take the creek out. Even when you think it's a good idea, never do it. It's never a good idea.
That is terrible.
The creek is always the worst option. But
it's going to put us in a good spot.
Yeah, keeps you out of view. So
a lot of those does have moved down into the bottom of this drainage. I can see two really young bucks sparring right now. That other buck is quite a ways up on the ridge still standing there, so we got some climbing to do to get at his level.
let's go. Yeah, murder death kill.
We just saw a giant buck as we were walking up this ridge. Nice big buck.
try to take one of these great bucks up in our basin, and we're trying to skirt him by getting up this little slide and around him, and a big buck jumped out, and he was standing right there, not that far, and he just walked over. He saw us, because I had my head down, just stomping up the hill, and he just went over here, and we're trying to pick him back up. We feel like he's right in front of us, but he's a giant buck. Deep forks, dark colored. He's got to be right in front of us, so we're just stopped here trying to pick him up. I don't feel like he could have got out of our sight right here. Everything is like 300 to 350 max.
This buck up on the hill, he's a brute. He's an incredible deer. Ryan's setting up right now, trying to get a shot at him. He looks incredible.
Smoked him.
Got him. What a brute.
That was rough. Talk about an angle. Trying to get a spot to get a good steady shot. It was rough.
Skyline like that?
Ah, hard. Yeah. Did you see the hit?
Second one's perfect.
That's what I
Right in front of me, just
Yeah, because there's that ridge. And he had about this far of his back. That's a great buck. He's got eye guards, Cal.
And he's this wide.
You sucker.
Holy smokes. Dude, that's exactly what he did, man. He came,
Yeah.
got in this red brush, and
he watched his backtrack.
yep.
Yeah, when we were coming up here and you were looking down there, I heard rocks sliding from the top. So I started looking up the skyline. And then
I was just working that ridge with my binos up there when you saw him up on the top.
Dude, it's a dirty big buck.
That is a big old thing, isn't it?
You said freeze, and I just froze like this. And so I start scanning the skyline with my eyes, and then I just
You just see that
this. I'm like, oh
big
my
old turd up there.
Yeah, and I just felt like he was staring at me. Yeah, I was just like frozen.
Dude, this is the worst rest.
And then I'm
I
watching
think.
you bouncing around there, trying to get a spot to shoot. Dude, what a dirty monster buck.
We should probably
Go
try
shoot
to
one
pick
up.
these guys up before they
take off.
see what they do and see if we can't get another one.
How far was it, Ryan? Just right about
360.
Yeah.
I was as steady as I was going to be with what I had to work with here.
Yeah, he stood up and the first one brought it. I'm like, come on.
I knew on that first shot I'm either going to hit right over him, I'm going to hit him perfect, or I'm going to hit rock. And I think I hit rock like right there.
And he stood up and just
Gave me a
thing
perfect
I'll remember is
broadside.
when he stood up, his chest like sagged.
He's so
It's like-
big.
he looked like a big old Brahma bull. I'm
He's
like,
so
oh.
big.
And then the second one just punched him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seeing him up there in our rock.
Gosh, what a majestic looking thing. Just looking down on us like, I got you
He's watching his
guys.
back trail.
How big is this buck?
He's 20. I'm not counting his frame, but he's
He's out.
probably 28 plus wide, maybe
Yeah.
29.
He's got eye guards.
He's got on.
He's got good time length. Good time length.
That's cool, man. Dude, that's as big as they get him. I mean, that's a giant buck, dude.
All right, so when we first saw that buck, he was close. He was within 100 yards. And we're just stomping up the hill going after these other bucks. And it's funny, we got ready and set, gun ready, super fast. And we had 3 sets of eyeballs, glass and everything. And we, I don't know, we must have hung out for an hour and a half. And there was only really one slippery spot where that sucker could have gotten away from us. And it was right here, right in front of us. There's one little cut where he crossed this creek, got in the scrub, went around this far side mountain. It's the only spot that we could have not have seen him. So we've decided this is the smartest buck on the planet. And he got around this ridge, all the way up on this top ridge, and was watching his backtrack, and he was looking down on us from all the way up there. He's wicked smart. But I think we got him.
haven't seen the buck. Can't find him. We've been looking for about 10 minutes. The blood's right there and then it's gone.
Perfect angle. I couldn't see him.
This wind is brutal.
He's down. Let's get down there.
Well, spotted him down here. Holy hog, boss. Look at that hog.
Dang. Oh, look at this sweet ridge he's got here. Bleed. He almost crabbed out on this side too. What a spot.
Prime of his life.
Look at these little things that were coming.
Yeah. He was doing it.
He was.
He is heavy.
I'm jacked for you. That's badass.
Yeah.
Take a mass measurement, you
Up
know.
in here.
It like gets fatter. It's unreal cool.
Gosh, dude. A few more years, he probably would have. There's so many little sticks.
Bumps
that
and
were
look, he's got
about
one
ready to
here,
go.
there.
He sure looked old up on that top there, didn't he? Smells like a ruddy old
He's been rubbing
buck.
on stuff. What a gagger.
Just need two more.
Yeah.
We can get two more. So this here is why we put ourselves through what we put ourselves through on these late muley hunts up top, tops of these mountains, in hopes to find one of these big old giants. And we found one. And this is why mule deer are the best. This is why they crush. Yeah, so when we saw this guy up on the top here, I don't think he could have been any more angled from where we were. It was super tough just to try to find a rest where I could get the angle of that rifle up high enough. So it was super tough. And just the top half of him was showing till he stood up, and then we had full body. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've only had one other angle that steep in my life, and that was in New Zealand. But we got him.
Ooh. Money.
That'll ride. On the field.
It's good. It's real good, because Cal took 2 bags of meat.
Yay, cow.
That's what young guys do. They help us old fogies. Oh, feels good. Alright, meat's home. Ready to eat.
Deer parts?
Hmm?
Deer parts?
Few parts in a tree. I'll cut that little branch off. go.
Rip the bag open in the middle of the night. That'd be terrible.
Admit it, that wasn't much of a pack.
That was not a pack out that we're used to.
You killed them right
back before dark.
12 miles from the truck.
We still got a big pack out.
True. I meant to the TV.
To camp.
We got a long ways out, especially after we get 2 more bucks.
Yeah.
I was thinking that carrying that like that's gonna be
Many miles.
gross.
It is. We're gonna be one trip around the bucks out of here.
Hey folks, I hope you guys enjoyed that gritty film. This YouTube channel is exclusively hunt films. There's no other content published here. So if you like this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a gritty film production. And if you want to see more behind the scenes gear discussions and other podcast content, check out our other YouTube channel, Gritty Gear and Podcast. And for gritty discounts, events, and merch, check out our website at briancall.com.